What's good, Chaotic Nation? This boy Cass here. Welcome back to the 3-team playthrough here in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. We are working on getting our last team member for the Titan storyline, and then we will move on from there to do the Titans and all that fun stuff. So that is the plan for us moving forward here. We have 2 of the 3. We can only get 3. Some of you were like, Chaos, why are you only getting 3 for these playthroughs? It's a little bit much considering there's only 5 Pokemon that we're facing realistically in Arvin. The only thing we really need is like a half team, so we will be good. All right, so our electric encounter sandwich is definitely working. So the goal is to get a Pincurchin outbreak here. And we want to be in the area to let it work. So my time is off by like an hour. That's funny. Is my date off? No. It's just my time. Ah! I'm actually looking forward to being done with this to get into the next challenge, which I still don't know what that is yet. I haven't planned anything. I have ideas, but I sort of got lost after we did Minecraft because like that challenge just honestly took it out of me. That's why we're doing something a little bit simpler and more manageable, but we'll get there. We'll get back to something fun and intense. Oh wow. Big old lag there. Honestly, I've been noticing a lot more lately with my computer that we are lagging, we are going slow. It's not loading quickly. I think it's trying to show me that it's trying to go kaput. And I think I need to consider thinking about buying a new PC. I don't want to, but I do think about. I remember when I bought this PC, the idea was that, like I said, essentially I had to think about it like I'm paying it like a car. So, you know, if I bought a PC and I'm going to use it for 10 years, which I bought this PC in 2017, so it's almost 10 years old. I bought the PC in 2017 and I've essentially done 10 years on it. You know, I think I paid a little over $1,000 for this, so it's about $100 a year that I've spent on this PC, which is pretty good. Oh, what's up, Jimmy? Yeah, the conversation we had this week was not in part me trying to figure out ways to try to keep this PC working. So, but I had my editing software open today and it sounded like a jet engine was in here. And I'm like, you're not even rendering anything. It just sounded that way. And given I need something that can, I was thinking about like what I need something that can keep probably like a dozen tabs open at any given point in time, a game open, Discord open at all times, a streaming software open, a couple of other stuff too, but yeah. No luck. Did you do the thing we talked about? I did not get a platform for it. I'm going to probably buy one still anyway. Thanks for the 3 stream streak. I'm probably gonna buy one anyway. I just haven't done it yet. I'm gonna wait until I have to return some things, so I'm gonna return those, and when I go return them, I'm gonna buy that. So I don't think it's gonna help though, but yeah. And I do think it's the PC showing the age. It's 10 years old. It's I got the first look at it when we were doing Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm like, yeah, if things are gonna be like this, I can't really do computer stuff anymore. So I think it's time. But it's like, it's gonna stop me from doing what I want to do with content. Like, I've already let go of multi-streaming, even though I really want to do that. I did have issues with Jedi Survivor, although it was not as taxing because literally, yeah, I did both those games. It was that time period. Yeah, I had to play Jedi Survivor with literally just the game open and my OBS up. That's it. I had nothing else running on my computer besides those two things. And there were still moments where it lagged. And same with like Hogwarts Legacy. I don't remember if I used another monitor to like, I've used my laptop to watch the stream back, but like, I want to multi-stream. I can't do that because I don't have the ability to do that with this PC. It's not strong enough. I want to have better quality. I can't do that with this PC. It's not strong enough. But like, I knew there was an issue when when just having my editing software open was causing it to max out GPU. I'm like, how am I even supposed to put videos into this or anything? So I walked away to did you have dinner, and it was still like whirling. So I think the next big stream purchase is a PC. And to be fair, it's probably way overdue. I don't know what I'm watching right now. But definitely don't want to be watching that. I can put that on. All right. Yeah, 1,000 for 10 years is impressive. Yeah, I mean, it's top of about the top of the line PC. The cheapest I could find it. And I put this thing, I definitely did get my money's worth. Like, I put this thing through hell. I put this thing through multiple 24-hour streams. Multiple like 12, 24-hour streams, long streams. I've put it through 6 to 9 hour editing sessions. I've put it through running 2 games at the same time. And recording / streaming. I'm just like wondering if there's a lot of like back-end stuff that is like, because I feel like when you buy a system, it's like, all right, here's part of it that goes to like the system like updating and keeping track of stuff and making its files fine, and but I feel like that's basically all my PC is. Like, I've gotten rid of games that I don't play. Like, it's pretty empty compared to what I would normally have on it. Yeah, I think it's about time to really consider it. Especially if like I'm gonna keep doing content, like I need to have this stuff, and I don't anticipate that ending. And even if I do, I'm still gonna be, I feel like, on my PC a lot. But I just think about people with like newer systems and stuff that are running way better than my PC is. I guess the other thing I could do is like I could hard wipe it and then reset it and reinstall what I need. It'd be a pain because I'd have to redo all my settings and stuff, but yeah. I definitely want an upgrade. It's been on my list for a while now, but the more and more we go, the more and more I see it. Yeah, if I wipe it and it doesn't work, I'd have to do it anyway for the new PC. Exactly. It's like, what's the point? And I am 90% sure it's just the system. I think this is honestly the longest I've had a computer. So I'm trying to think. When I first started doing content, I had I had an all-in-one that was poopy. Probably worse than my laptop is now, by a mile. Actually, I think I was still on my first laptop, which I think was a beast. It just, the problem it had, yes, I was on my first laptop. Because I remember the screen broke like the first day I got it. Still don't know how that happened. But I bought a monitor to go with it, and I've used it that way for a long time. And then I started doing streaming and content and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I need a more consistent or like a better PC. So I bought something for like $100, a couple $100, and I'm like, yeah. And then I remember when I got to college, like not having bills to pay and stuff in college, and having the money saved up from working. Like, yeah, I'm gonna buy one. I forget who I was having a conversation with about it when I got it. I don't even think it was somebody that is around the community anymore. That's how old this was. I got this thing. And it's been great. I've enjoyed having this PC. I kind of wish that I've always wanted to have it like in the background of the stream. But the cord, like, that would just be so many cord extensions, because it does light up and it does change colors, and I'm like, that'd be cool to show off. But it's not really worth it, I guess. I try to can't think of any streamers that have their PC thing in their background. Am I getting another phone? Nope. It's my notifications that I went live. Yay. You want to have parts on the wall and have it run that way? Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, when you were selling your other PC, I was kicking around the idea of how to get a dual PC system running, where one plays the game and one streams it. But I'm like, I could buy that, and I'm like, eh. I wasn't ready to make any jumps at that point in time. I'm still not really wanting to get rid of this PC yet. I really am happy with what it's done, but age is a thing. And technology is one of those things that it's not like buying, trying to think of something simple to buy. It's not like buying a can opener, you know? Like a can opener is gonna do the job forever, essentially. But with like any piece of tech, it's like, you know, after like a couple years, it becomes obsolete in the tech world. Like I think about how fast like there's new iPhones or new Android phones or new smartphones. Like that happens quickly. But I thought about personally doing that and the dual setup. I think it would be nice, and I think it would work well for my desire to do multi-streaming, but beyond that, I wouldn't see the need to run two, and I didn't really expect to do that at that point. And now I would love to do it. Because it'd be like, anytime we're doing a Pokemon stream, I'd like to have it on both. And I've honestly debated about, you know, do I just stream on one platform or the other, and what have you. But I guess essentially, as long as I'm doing the challenge run, it doesn't matter that I'm doing a challenge run. It doesn't matter if I'm on both or not. And I think there would be times that I would stream on one platform and not the other. To be fair, it'd probably be very similar to what the schedule is now, and it would just be like 1 or 2 streams a week on YouTube. But all the streams would be available on Twitch, because I feel like you guys miss out a lot of stuff here on Twitch because I do it on YouTube. And I feel like it would have done just as well, if not better, on Twitch. To be fair, I don't think YouTube streaming really helps the channel much. It does help in the algorithm, but like physically in like bringing people in the community, no. Although I can't say that about the Rocket Edition. There's been somebody who has been new to the community who it's like, I love this game. That has been in the chat every stream. So but I'd also have to shift how I do videos and stuff. It's like I couldn't be doing recording them on the live stream. I guess I could, and then re-uploading them. I guess people do that, but and I did that with Radical Red too. But I did Radical Red so differently. It's like I recorded the whole thing, and I'm like, you got a stream at the beginning of the week, and then you got like a recap at the end of the week with like, there's a hyper super cut. So I don't know, man. All right, we're not updating now. I don't know what's going on here. But I have to look into like specs and stuff. What's good nowadays? Because I don't think my PC is bad for the current era. I just think it's old. And it's put in its time. And I've not swapped out parts on it at all. That's the other thing. I'd like to be able to... Well, I don't need it now, but... I would have liked to have an internal capture card. But... now, realistically, that's something I need to do too, is I need to take it apart and do a deep clean of it again. been a minute. I think that's part of the reason it's been good is like I've kept it up. I've cleaned it. I've tried to take as good a care of this as I can. The other thing about like a PC, it's not like a car. It's not like it's tens of thousands of dollars. It's like $8,000, and that's not, in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad. When it gets to something costing more than your paycheck, that's when it becomes bad. So well, I don't know if that's gonna happen anytime soon. I do have an idea of something that I want to run, and it would be better with a more powerful PC. I've not tested if this one can handle it, but I'm going to imagine it can't. I also have wondered about that with like, so like obviously with OOTR, the multi-world seeds, I feel like Jimmy's computer does it better than the rest of ours, and I'm wondering if it's like a level, if that's a thing. That makes it run more smoothly. I know BizHawk's not great, but bum bum bum. What about OTR? I think your computer runs BizHawk better than the rest of our computers, and that's why we complain about the sensitivity and stuff. Because I think it's very different on ours than yours. We are not getting this. Yeah, it's overkill. That's what I want. I want an overkill. Powerhouse. All right, let me see. What is this called? Outbreak. See if it can even spawn here. It says that Levincia. But overkill is expensive. Yeah, I don't need to be like super overkill. No one knows how these work. I'm just convinced of that. I'm just convinced that no one knows actually how this works. And everyone's just taking a stab at it. It's like, I'm in the right area for a pinch urchin to spawn. Thing is, it can come up on any coastline. But for some reason, it doesn't want to be right here where I am. Even though I know it spawns here. But Eevee was the same way, so we just gotta keep doing it until we get the freaking thing to work. It's too bad. It's really too bad we're not doing the watch roll, because I wouldn't have even had to use the sandwich. It would have just reset and it would have been there. I feel like I see watch roll, Charcadet, Tadbulb all the time. Mabostiff is one I feel like I see a lot. Mareep, definitely. Rockruff, yeah. What do I know? I honestly, I would say, like, if this was my livelihood, I would have 100% updated this by now. But I'm trying not to. I really am trying not to. But it's not like I'm redoing everything either. Just be the PC. Just be the hard software. Like, I wouldn't need to update my monitors, or I've been wanting to update the monitors, to be fair, but I wouldn't have to. Like, I think I got a good enough camera. I got good monitors. They're small, but they're good. That's the other thing. I don't think I'd upgrade monitors. I think I'd just buy another one. Which goes into other things that I need, which my PC can't run another monitor. It physically can't. There's no other ports for it to go into the PC. It's meant to be a one monitor Johnny, and it was not. I also like wanted to buy a new desk, but this one still works, so that's why I use it. It's realistically, I'd like it to be just a bit longer, so my third monitor, which is my laptop, could be on the same platform, and then I could actually run a 3-monitor system. But I'm good. Those are just like weird dreams, and I wouldn't use the third monitor that often. I mean, I use it for multi-streams really, and that's it. Otherwise, my laptop just has a stream open. Like, I think 2 is the optimal amount of screens for a computer. I think once you go beyond that, you're just like nitpicking. Like, I want my OBS on the screen. I want my Discord on the screen. I want my Spotify on the screen. I want my little random, you know, love letters to Johnny on the stream. Yo, what's up, Tinder? How you doing? I'm here, hanging out, contemplating the PC upgrade for an hour that I'm wanting to do. Yeah, I wish it was I really do wish it was cheaper. I do not have a wavy mode. I realized that. I need to get one of those. Maybe soon. We are resetting our outbreaks to try to find Pinchurchin. For this idea that I had when this game came out. Because the idea was to essentially play through the game with shinies and do kind of a shiny badge quest, but have different teams for each segment of the game. So we've already done the gym challenge with a team of 6, and now we're just building our team to take on the Titan part of this storyline, and we'll do that. And then once we build that team, we will go take on the Team Star with a completely different set of teams. And the idea is I get to use each of the starters, which is nice because I really I've done only 2 playthroughs of this game. 3 playthroughs of this game. And I've never used Meowscarada, I think, is the one I haven't used. Because my first playthrough was Fuecoco, because that is my favorite of this region. My second playthrough, I used Charizard, but I still chose Fuecoco, so the right type matchups and stuff were there. And then the third was the best team, and I believe the best starter was Quaquaval. But I don't know for sure. You'd have to look at the video. Or I'd have to pull up my notes, which I don't feel like doing. But I'm pretty sure it was Quaquaval, because 9 times out of 10, the water starter is the best starter. There's few occasions where it's not. Oh, the verification thing. I think I'm surprised you can type here then, because I feel like I have that verification thing. Maybe I didn't put it in there. Maybe I made it so you had to have an account open for a certain period of days. Jimmy is secure. That's what it is. Just have the dragon do it for you. Oh. Thanks for that, Jimmy. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm gonna promote you. I like your content, but yeah, it's not really my. Thanks for doing your mod duties. I'm honestly not as big on that issue anymore than I was. Yeah. Like, to be fair, I think a good bit of content now is people talking about other things they've seen or watched. So we're gonna get people talking about other things. Like, I'm gonna talk about, I mean, heck, a couple streams ago, I literally mentioned like everybody who would watch the stream at any point in time. But yeah, the idea is I think you can talk about it without being like actively promoting it. I wouldn't have said that's actively. That's not saying, hey, go watch Jimmy. You should, but you know. Yeah. Yeah, I see ads. I see the ads. I don't know how I feel about them still. I've kind of flipped my opinion. I've changed a lot of my thoughts. I kind of want to do like pre-roll, just have the pre-rolls and then nothing else, but honestly, most of the people that I know that are going to actively be here and chatting are most of the time subscribed or gifted a subscription quickly. We have a good community like that. But then my other part, like, yeah, I hate this part about me, that I'm like so centric to a lot of things. It's like on one end, I'm like, yeah, you know, if you really want to watch the stuff the whole time, you should subscribe, because it's $5 and or $6 now. And you know, just pay it. You don't have to worry about it. And then on the other side, it's like, well, they should be able to watch your content for free. Giving money is the extra part. And I'm like, that's true. Hi, back. I'm Dad. Get some backs in chat. You got them? I'm gonna do this reset and then I'll put mine in. I have a hotkey for that. It's great. I love it. I love my hotkeys. I wish it was easier to press. Like I could just think it. It's coming. The Elgato's gonna make a system where you can like get something inserted into your eye socket, and you can just do like this, and it'll press the button on your stream key based on the electric signal that your brain is sending your eye. It'll be cool. So I didn't even have to take my hands off the controller. I could just do it. I'll be honest, I do think it's kind of... I like my Stream Deck, don't get me wrong. I love having it. I definitely didn't need it. I need it now because my SteelSeries keyboard does not have a numpad, which is how I did all the stuff before. I don't know if I ever talked about that, but I probably did, but on my first keyboard, which I definitely stole from my parents, and by stole, I mean I took it from leftover PCs that we had just sitting around before they were thrown away. It was a really old, like, I think it was a Dell. It would have been a Dell with the, like, the PC I had growing up as a kid. It was that old. They're crazy. But I would never use the numbers pad because what am I typing out? Like, what math am I doing on the number pad? I feel like it's good for that. But I went, I'm not using this. This is a great option. So honestly, the Stream Deck is a great example because I don't know if I can. All right, you can see it kind of here. Let me do this. All right, you can see it now. Let me also, it's in my hands. This one. Nope, this one. So you can kind of see there's 3 rows of 5, or it's supposed to be like this. So essentially, this is my number pad. So you go 7, 8, 9, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. And then on the side now are 0, the dash, the slash button, the multiply plus divide. So exactly how I would have it set out on a number key is on here, and my brain just does that, which is pretty sick. And so I know where they are, and I still have, like, I'm sure I still have the sticky note. Hopefully that didn't, like, the mic quality wasn't terrible there. Do I still have the sticky note? Oh, I threw it away. Guys, this is proof that I throw my sticky notes away. I threw it away. But I used to have it on my sticky notes, like, it would say the number and what it changed to, and I would update it. So it was like having the Stream Deck images, but manual. Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing, Yellow Snow? How the heck are you, man? Guys, if you don't know my friend Yellow Snow, check him out. Good friend for a long time with the community. What's up, dude? How was the stream? What are you into? I'm assuming some shiny hunting. I'm about to get a lot of you in a couple days, so looking forward to it. I don't know if it's gonna be yellow. I hope it's not gonna be yellow, but yeah, definitely go follow an old friend of mine. Yo, Betherly? That's a great name. That made me chuckle. Welcome in. If you guys don't know me, my name is Chaos. I haven't done an intro like this for a while because I don't think I've ever really, I just kind of say hi, thanks for the raid now, but I do challenge runs. That's kind of my bread and butter. So I pick a game, I make it ungodly difficult for no reason other than I don't like myself. Hey, we finally got it. There we go. I'm gonna have to get over there. But right now we are doing a challenge. It's a challenge. It's not really a challenge, but it's a challenge. So we are shiny hunting 3 different teams to beat the 3 different stories of Scarlet and Violet. And then we are, you can definitely cross this gap. And then we are taking on the stories and we'll combine them at the end to make one cacophony of a team that goes against the final bosses. Yep. And this is the last thing we need for this team, this specific team. So we are collecting them. If you guys had a raid run, feel free to let me know. Feel free to lurk. If you'd like to stick around, let me know. I also gotta say, Pokemon is normally what I've done for a long time. It's probably how a lot of you who have come into the stream have known me, but I've done a little bit of reconfiguring with what I want to do, and that has turned into these challenge runs. So if you want to see any of the challenges we've done, you go down below. There's a games completed list that you can check out. Angel, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome in. And thank you guys for, one, supporting the channel here, but also supporting my friend Yellow Snow, who is an amazing creator. A lot of fun to hang out with. I've had a lot of good times over there. This feels like a bird outbreak. But yeah, if you got questions, let me know. If you want to know more, let me know. I covered the basics. We have been talking about a new PC because mine is showing age. So that is something I'm probably going to be looking at doing here in a while. But yeah, that's it. Did I do it right, chat? Did I do the little raid thing? I honestly can't remember the last time I've done that. The little, like, I don't know what people call it. The tag. A tag? No, it's not a tag. I guess it's an intro. You did fine, thanks. To be fair, I don't, most of the people that raid the channel are either alive at this time or don't stream on these days, so raid's a little unusual, but I really appreciate it. And yeah, I definitely don't have the introduction to what I do down because it's just been different. I feel like I need to reset this, but cookie cutter intros, yeah. I do too. Like in some cases, I'm like, yo, what's up? I got all this stuff here. I think it has to be the right balance of informational, but also authentic. And it's not like the well-rehearsed, I'm so-and-so, I do this. This is why you should follow my channel. I've seen intro videos. I don't know why people thought those were good ideas. I get it. You don't want to talk about it. And it gives you a second for a breather. But like, interacting with the people that come in is like the #1 thing you should be doing. You should, honestly, like, maybe that's why I haven't said a lot about myself when we do this. Like, yo, what's up? Talk to me. What are you into? What are you doing right now? What's your favorite Pokemon? What anime are you watching right now? You know, give me those things. And you can let me know those things if you want. The video will be longer than the Titanic. You can skip to the end. Yeah, Rose doesn't move over. Jack dies. And if they're gonna have a movie, it needs to be John dies at the end, which you know right up front what it says. So, but it's not like you can skip that either. It's like, hey, go watch this video. I would understand if it's like, hey, if you want to know more about the stream, go watch this video. I guess that's a little bit better, but still, even that's kind of like you're redirecting them out of the stream, and your #1 thing should be, it's not a shiny, go hit it. Your #1 thing should be, hey, welcome in, talk to me, how's your day going? It's like any other interaction with somebody who just comes in the chat. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? What'd you have for dinner? How was the broccoli? You know, it's my house, you having broccoli, and unfortunately, but what's new since last time? You know, I don't know. Streaming is a weird thing. It's just a weird thing. And, you know, I'm somebody who is not a conversationalist 9 times out of 10. Which makes this a little harder for me in some ways. Pick the great thing to do as a hobby for somebody who doesn't like to talk. But I mean, it's like any other conversation. I would like to skip past the how's the weather, how's the, you know, all that stuff, and just get to, you know, like, wait, what's going on? You know, tell me about your day. You know. Did you figure out the square root of 10? It doesn't exist, or actually is a number that has a long decimal point after it. Those kinds of things. I know. But I get it. I understand the importance of the interactions. We probably should let this catch up. Because there's no way I have a clue about how many Pinchurchin we've knocked out. At all. I don't have any idea. But I can imagine that we're still seeing them, so it's probably less than 60. We did do a lot of outbreak resets. I mean, we probably did an hour of outbreak resets. Alright, let's reset this. We'll see if they're still here. But also that'll let the whatever the notifications go. That's why I don't like them. They're notifications. Yeah, the outbreak's definitely still here. I know they didn't expect us to do this, but man, it would have been nice to have like a clean system that just went right to where you're at. Or at least sped up to that point. I didn't know that was one of their animations. They're like doing little turns. That's cool. I did really like using Kilowatts Roll. I wish we could use it again. Like, you have shinies of it already. I believe I got Shiny Wattrel as my second shiny in this game. Because I believe I found a random Luxio, and then I found that Outbreaks were a good idea to get the odds down. So I did Outbreaks. Honestly, we can check if the Outbreak is still here by the... Yeah, it's little markers there. Well, I guess this isn't a great spot for the Outbreak to be because it's kind of in the water. Which means my encounters are going to be limited, but I don't really want to sit here and keep trying to find another Outbreak. Instead, let's just take stuff out. The goat kills everything, it's fine. Everything the light touches, the goat kills. That's how this works. Yep. I know. But in all things, I think there's a balance. You gotta find what balance works for you. And it might not be everyone's balance, but at the end of the day, if it works for you, it works for you. And I know people who are like, I have a set script. This is literally a script. I'm going to read word for word what I say to every person who raids me, no matter how many times you've raided me. I'm going to say the exact same thing to you, and that's okay. It's not my favorite thing, but it is nice to, I guess, have that consistency. That's branding. It's branding. I'll give you that. Is that? Nope. I got it confused with a fish. Alright, how... Seriously, how long is this? If we do a picnic, does it reset it? For some reason, I feel like that would... Nope, it didn't do anything. It'll reset the Mons, but it won't reset the... Trying to get the notifications. Look at how many freaking birds there are. I'm gonna find a shiny Wattrel before I find a shiny Pinchurchin. I'm just saying it now. Thing is, I have everything here shiny. I wouldn't want any of these. Unless it's the Slowpoke, but I don't think that's gonna spawn as much. To be fair, we're kind of overdue for a phase. I got the 2 goats when I did Hat Titana. That's been a while. Also, leaving immediately for the intro video is mad respectable. But I get it. I used to watch somebody. I can't even think of who. It was before they did that, and then I'm like, I didn't like that, so I left. I stopped watching. But it's crazy, like, if you would raid somebody and then they did a video and you're like, I'm leaving now. Not even interacting with them at all. So that's the other thing about, like, raids. It's like, I want to be there for a couple minutes at least to hang out. Even if, like, I do have to go to, like, the restroom or, like, get up, or I've been streaming for a while. I try to hang out for a bit. I can't make too many obligations, though. It's why I don't like... Or I can't really raid too much, because when I'm done with stream, I'm essentially getting up, probably winding down to go to bed, which is another reason I don't like the stream time, but neither here nor there. So so you have good Sonic music to listen to. I don't know when I found this synthwave channel, but it's good stuff. It is good stuff. That is crazy how many outbreaks. Yes, we found the pinch urchin finally. All right, we'll see where we're at. Let's see if we need to do any more KOs. We just have to pay attention to it now. What was that? Oh. A delayed sound effect? Interessante. I've also knocked out things that aren't pinch urchins, so... Honestly, if I'm going to expect anything to shine, it's going to be the Buizel. I know that I said it was going to be the Wattrel, but I have a knack to find shiny Buizels, and I'm not really excited about it. There was a time period, and it was like... trying to think. It was probably around when I did best team for Pokemon Uranium that I ended up using like a Buizel on every team, because I think that was when I did Legends, and so I ended up with a shiny Buizel that I used. I had a Buizel for that series. I think I played another. I played Unbound at that time too. Might have been Unbound, and I had a Buizel on the team. It was the same like time period where I had like Gliscor and Gligar on every team. Okay, we got to 30. Trying to pay a little bit more attention to the notifications. So we're at 30 at least. Basculin also could be shiny. There's so many things that could be shiny here. So I only got starting to go down. I feel like we've done 60. Palafin's another Pokemon I wish I used in a playthrough. The idea of just swapping around for it sounds good. Just never took the time. I actually kind of wanted to use it for this, but I didn't. Just because I don't think did I even have 2 water types? I don't remember. All right, so we hit 60. So we are in the shiny range. We just gotta find the shiny now. But are we gonna be so glad when we get these Titans done? I can start like zooming around the map and flying and stuff instead of this boring, really slow back and forth motion. Is that a Cyclizar? It was a Cyclizar. That's crazy. See, the thing with Pinchurch is I need to look at its nose because it's gonna be orange. I really think I got one in Sword and Shield. Maybe that was like a Camp Yoha thing, and I was hunting with somebody and they got one. I don't remember. I do not remember. I also am really happy that I don't have to worry about oh wow, we get 90. Don't have to worry about being colorblind and doing stuff like this because these small differences, I wouldn't notice them. But I've been pretty good. I don't think there's... The only ones I feel like I've missed are ones that I've actively not seen. Because I was distracted by chat or something. But that's neither here nor there. So notes for the coming week. I'm not going to be streaming. If things go right, there is a big storm coming in that might throw off some of my plans, but planning on going on vacation. So I will not be around next week. Regardless of if I was here or not, we will not be doing Cage Lock at all. Just making sure. Oh, the Watchel threw me off because I was like, that's not a Rookie D. That's got to be a shiny Rookie D. And I'm like, wait a second. No, it's not. It's just a Watchel in a horde of Rookie D. Menacingly. I don't know. I was trying to make it connect. Ah! Stupid crab. Have you already? I don't need you. I have the hankering to do a long stream again. I want to do another one. I don't know when it's going to be. At some point, I want to do a long stream again. I wonder if I can convince the OOTR crew to do a Saturday. Instead of a Sunday. I feel like there's a conflict. Don't know for sure. I do hate that I have to like check everything, but I'm gonna check everything. Yeah, but this will be this, and then really I expect I guess it'll be probably 2 streams of us doing the playthrough, and then we'll have. So we'll probably be in like February when we get to the next challenge. Although I gotta figure out the schedule when we finish Cage Lock, because Cage Lock's almost done. I mean, we're at the last gym. We just got to do the battle. As I said, I think it's literally 2 streams and we're done. Because we need to beat the game, and then we need to do a cage match, beat the game, a cage match, the final, and then do the finals bracket. And that should be 2 streams, I would imagine. I mean, to be fair, we should be coming into the cage match this time pretty prepared. I mean, I kind of already know what I want to do. Before we even get there, so. I'm probably gonna have a recommendation and we'll run it. But I'm not sure how long they're gonna take. I gotta get back to editing those 2. That's gonna be coming out soon in video format because we're almost at the end of Soul Link. Feels like we recorded that so long ago. And I guess it was a bit, because we finished right when the podcast season was starting. Yeah, I got asked to do the podcast with Spence, so. Yep. Get some water if you haven't. Also, if you've been here since the beginning of the stream, get up, stretch for a second. I'm okay. I stood for like an hour and a half today, so we're good. I really did think about that. Like, I have my watch, and I would honestly love to just like kick back and do a. I don't know how it would be, but like. I want to do a stream where it's not like, it doesn't feel like a stream. And I guess it'd be having people nearby, like having people like get on a couch and like we'd play a game, or like I'd play a game and we'd watch and we'd just sit around and, you know, chat, which is kind of what stream is anyway, but I don't know. Back in the day when you used to do that kind of stuff, I miss that kind of hanging out. And it was definitely a lot easier as we went on. Like, I remember my friends were big into Call of Duty Zombies growing up. And I didn't really care for it, but I'd play every once in a while, you know, with them in person. Like, I'd go to their house and play, and You know, if we had more than enough people, I was glad to sit out, and I would just like, I'd be in the room still hanging out with them, but I'd be on my phone or something else, or doing who knows what. But I see these events like GDQ and like when PokeTubers and stuff hold tournaments and things. It would just be nice to have something like that. You know, like we had a New Year's Eve party this year. I had some of my friends that I regularly play games with here, and like it was nice just to be like, oh, let's do a board game. We did a board game. Oh, let's play Smash. We did Smash for a bit. Oh, let's play a card game, you know. It's just the fun stuff that comes out of those things. Yeah, I remembered that I really liked Dutch Blitz. I hadn't played that game since I was a kid, and wow. It's fun. It's chaotic, which is probably why I like it a lot. The more chaos, the better. I do have to look at, like, I bought the tabletop simulator off of Steam, and I haven't played enough to. I haven't played enough that I can't return it. But I don't know when I'm going to use it. I just have it. And I knew there was somebody who was making a bunch of like Pokemon-esque games on there. So like, or in like old board games. So like I know Monopoly's on there. I know you could play Sorry and Shoots and Ladders and those kinds of things online with people, and I'm like, that's cool. I'd love to do this, but I don't know how it works online. I've played it with a friend that tried it. It just didn't seem like it was doing well. But I'd like to do it for like, I don't know, I have a project that I want to work on. And potentially tabletop would be a part of it. But I also go like, it's a nice thing to have for like D&D. It's like if I ever could, I would love to play D&D. I just don't have a group that plays. And I don't have a bunch of people nearby that I'm close friends with that I could play D&D with. I think if I had done like an actual campaign, like somebody actually created a campaign and I played all the way through of it with a group that was excited to play, I would be hooked. But I've never done that. I remember in high school I was part of a I don't remember what we ended up calling it, but it was like a board, I think it was called Tabletop or something like. But a lot of what we did was D&D. And I remember I had to DM a campaign, and I think I did like one session of it, and we never went back to it because being one of the many clubs that people were in, it wasn't like you could do it every single time. So, and we did like, I remember it was like it might have been a snow day, maybe like a 2-hour delay, 2-hour early out kind of thing, and nobody wanted to teach or nobody cared, so we did a session for like 30 minutes. And I used to play at lunch also when I was in high school. We did a campaign. That was my dual shield campaign. My Captain America build, if you will. But that group fell apart because I think our lunches shifted in the next semester. We all weren't in the same lunch period. So I don't think we ever finished that campaign. I might have finished one of the starter campaigns. but I don't remember doing that. And then I was talking a little bit ago, probably about, I don't think it's been a year, but probably like 6 or some months ago, where I was doing a Khajiit build in a Skyrim one, which was fun. I liked it. Gave me an appreciation for rogues that I didn't have before. But it's weird, like when it comes to like in a video game, I'm down to play the sneaky rogue. It's honestly one of my favorite play styles. You think about the Skyrim playthrough I did a Nightblade, which was a necro alchemist sneak assassin build, which was fun. I mean, even in my main playthrough where I used everything, I was definitely more of a, I did a lot. I had my sneak and my archery were maxed out, so I did a stealth archer. And then when we played WoW, I was a rogue in that. But it's like when you play D&D, it's like I never get the roles you need, and being a glass cannon in like D&D never works for me. It's like you have to be lucky, like naturally lucky, to be a good rogue. I've always played like an archer or a fighter of some sort, or a monk. Monks are fun. But I never had good roles with rogue, and I think it's partially it's like I didn't understand how to play it, and also rogues suck level 1. Level 1 rogues are terrible. But when you have a DM that like really acknowledges that you are a rogue, you are not supposed to be seen. Like if I roll a certain level, your passive perception is on many things is not going to see you. Even though I'm annoying, you have to admit that they have no idea where I went. I don't know, I feel like previous DMs are like, yeah, we know where you are. You're like, you have to roll 20 to like hide. I'm like, that's kind of nuts. So maybe that's why I didn't like it, and definitely could be a reason. I would love to play a warlock or a sorcerer of some kind. I've not done that. I've done every other role besides play the magic users. Like I've even done paladin, and that's the closest I've gotten to like any sort of magic. And it just is funny to me with like, I'm thinking about how I play MOBAs. Like I'm always the jungle tank, the jungle carry class. I'm not the damage. I'm not the tank. My preferred play style is an assassin jungler build, which is weird. But I also like deeps, so that makes sense to me. But it's weird that like, what I'm trying to say is like, it's weird it doesn't translate. Like there's no, like I'm not like, I always play the mage. Like I have a friend who I've definitely played games with on the channel, and he's always like the brawling warrior tank guy. And I mean, like, he just kind of picks up whatever's needed, and that's nice because no one ever wants to play the brawler warrior tank guy, but does really well at it. And apparently I like squishy. I don't know why I like squishy, but I like squishy. I guess we can be diverse people that have different abilities in different contexts. Like, I just thought about my competitive battling. Like, I'm definitely more of a defensive player than an offensive one. Just do better with defensive teams. But I remember a lot of the seasons I would just try to play offensive teams. And part of the reason it worked so many times in the first few seasons was because I had people who didn't know how to counter it. Well, in the last couple seasons, I've had people who know how to counter hyper offense, and like, yeah. So I need to learn how to play defense. But also, they like to run pivot, so at least the one that I'm a part of, they are super pivoters. They like their pivots, they like their screens, like, that's what they do. And it makes you play differently. That's for sure. I'm just gonna make sure that you're not shiny. I would love to go shiny hunt Slowpoke in ZA, but I need to do it in a Let's Go to finish my decks. I might do like Slow King. I might do a Slowpoke for a Slow King in ZA. And I think that'll be one of my... I haven't done it. I should do it. Maybe that's what I'll do after I finish the Litwick in Moto Stoke in Sword and Shield on that playthrough. Maybe I'll go back and do... I don't know if the... I think the Postwick Slowpoke is shiny locked. I think so. But I don't know for sure. But if it's not, that'd be a great encounter to do, because who's gonna play through the game with a Galarian Slowpoke on their first playthrough? I'm sure people have done it now, but like, I actually really like the idea of Galarian Slowbro. It might be my favorite of the entire Slowpoke line. And I definitely want to draft it at some point. Partially for the Regenerator Core, partially because I know it gets really cool tech. But I gotta get back in the draft league first. And there should be one coming. I'm sure there's one coming soon. I think we were I don't remember if we were waiting for ZA to pan out or not, but I should get in there and start stirring the pot a bit. So, hey, are we interested in doing one? I think they're probably aiming for like, maybe they're waiting for champions too. I don't remember. Could be. We'd have to check in and see. As much as I love doing the commentary, I really did enjoy the 2 matches that I had. Good dodge. Like, they were 2 completely different stories. I really didn't like the team. Is that it? Nope. I didn't really care for the team I had, but because I would never run a sand team in... If I'm running a sand team, I'm running like the Landorus T Gen 7 OU sand team. I don't want one of these new age sand teams where Excadrill isn't a good Pokemon and really not worth your team slot. Although I would draft T-Tar again. T-Tar was fun. Even if it is sand, I mean, I might have to use like utility umbrella or something, but sand T-tar, like assault, a crazy assault vest sand T-tar would go sick. I just don't think, I don't think T-tar gets any recovery. I think that's its biggest flaw. Because it would be a really good special wall if it could have like a drain punch. Even if it didn't have drain punch, if it had like recover straight up, or like even sleep yawn, not yawn, but rest talk. It could be fun. I just think about like, you know, a Chesto Berry set would be cool. You have 5 turns to kind of like stop your opponent from doing anything, especially. And you go from there. Given it's not a great defensive typing, but even like a weakness policy set could be fun on T-tar. I've seen that used. It was definitely something that I thought of when I gave T-tar the Terra. I'm like, I could do that, then Terra, and then sweet, but Sun and Moon, not Sun and Moon, whatever. Scarlet and Violet isn't great for weather teams, honestly, in my opinion, unless it's Sun. Like Hyper Sun teams slap in this. To be fair, Sun has been really powerful in the last like 2 or 3 generations. Sand was oppressive in Alola, but Sun's always been good, especially with like the Oras. Prime, I'm just like Delta. I'm like, no, it's Primal Kyogre and Groudon, you know. It'd be crazy to see a metagame, a doubles metagame with Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon and the Paradox Pokemon with Proto. It would be nuts. I wonder if like in Anything Goes, if they would do that. It's one of the reasons I really like doing these randomized teams and like playthroughs and stuff. It's just the synergy with things, especially with this Cage Lock series. It's been, we haven't seen it really play out, and that's just kind of unfortunate with what we've had. But we haven't really had like 2 mons that really have paired well together that kind of run the fade of the other team. Because I'm meaning because they come together and use a strategy. Like, we've not seen a Helping Hand core. We've not seen a Reflect or Light Screen core or Follow Me to work or anything like that. We haven't even seen like a Fly Earthquake thing. So I just think it just hasn't worked out that way. I mean, everyone has pieces, I think. Ironically, everyone has sand pieces, and I'm like, that's great for me because you're not going to be trying to bring sand against my ground, rock, and steel types. Because you don't want to boost them. Yeah, I need to do some research for that game before we get back to it. So that way when we come back, I can be like, all right, I'm going to go grab my last few encounters that I want with my 7 tokens to build the final team. I don't know. We also need to talk about the rules going into that too. Like, are we going to do a specific like set of, you have to bring mons you're bringing, because it's kind of bad if you, it's kind of sad if you bring something and then you lose it in the Nuzlocke in the Elite Four, or then you lose it in the final cage match and you're like, well, that was what I was gonna bring for my final team. I don't know. I think part of it is like with forcing it to be brought in the series, it has helped. It has helped, like, no, like, that's one of my greatest strengths. I'm gonna talk about it in future episodes, but like, I know knowing what your opponent has helps you so much in making choices about what to bring. And that'll be different in the final section where we're all gonna bring what we want out of our boxes. You could throw some really cool games. Could put some really cool games out there, man. We'll see. I don't give all my secrets away because I know that they could obviously be watching. I don't think that I'm going to be winning every cage match in this series. I don't think that's going to happen. And it would be a little crazy if I just did a clean sweep. So there we go. Next time we do a series, we are not doing a competitive one. Like this, because I don't want to dominate again. To be fair, there's just been a lot of... I've gotten a lot of good Pokemon, which helped me win a lot of the early ones, and then... we've just had it work out in the later ones. I will say 2 of them I definitely got lucky with, but I know what their what my opponent's biggest detriment is, and I will share that with them eventually. But not right now. Not until it's over. I don't know, it'd be cool to do like, there are like, it was really trying to figure out how I want to say this, that's why I'm stuttering so much. It was really nice to have them, I think it was Charmsy who first said it, but like, it was really nice to have them go, we want to do another series. Like, I'm okay with starting something else right away. After this is done, I'm like, that's kind of cool. For literally 4 people who've never streamed together. Well, I guess they knew each other better than I do. I was the outsider, definitely, coming into this, but to have built these connections over this series is just really cool. And that's something else I will say in the final episode. It's like you always get a little bit more perspective when you're hanging out with somebody and growing with them. You learn about them, and you enjoy it. And it's weird to be done with stuff, but and I'll say I don't have another series planned, so I'm gonna be figuring out either to do something as a solo project, which I haven't done in a hot minute, or I'll be trying to find someone else to do another series with. And I'm kind of, Jimmy and I were talking literally at the beginning of the stream. I'm kind of, if I do some changes in doing the streams, I would probably not want to record anything on stream to go on a video, but it definitely could happen. Still, it's a little bit different when it's like it's streamed on one platform and uploaded as a video in another. I feel like that's a little bit okay compared to here's my YouTube stream. Here's a clip from it. Very different things, but it'd be what it is. Ow. I wish I also played through this game with a Tauros. I would have loved to do that. I never did. I wish Tauros was better too. Like, it's kind of a one-trick pony in these games. At least that's my opinion. But yep. But I'm not sure what's next, and that's, we've talked about this recently, but I don't know when the last time I talked about it was, but probably during one of the last sections. But anyway, this is like one of the first times in a lot of years that I don't have things planned out. Like with IC, I was ahead. I knew what I was doing because I had to have the next thing for my Twitch channel. So I knew what the YouTube channel stuff was. But now when I don't have plans and the challenge videos are dependent on when the challenge is done, it's not like I'm trying to meet a deadline or anything. It was also easier because I was doing Fire Emblem for like, I don't know, a year? To be honest, everybody left because I was playing Fire Emblem, didn't they? I am playing the 2000, I think it's 2003 one on my own time. I don't play it often, but I also don't like it as much as the newer ones. The customization element is always something I look for, and I got used to it because of Three Houses being the first one I played. The one I'm playing now is like, you fight a battle. Okay, here's a little story. You're immediately in the next battle. The units you are given are specific kinds of units, and that's it. Honestly, I don't think I'm far enough to really have a bunch. But I wonder if they would do something later. And they might. And I would wonder if they have something later where you can, like, select what units you want to bring. And I was thinking about it too. They don't let you select where they stand. Like a big part of like Three Houses and Engage were, where are you placing your units? This doesn't have that. They're just in a spot. Good luck. I don't know when that changed in the series either, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes about. Did I really start half an hour late? I started late. Also, I'm sorry I started late. Dinner wasn't ready, and then I got a phone call, and yeah. Stop KOing things. Okay. I got here as quickly as I could, and I appreciate those of you who waited with patience. Which definitely was needed. Oop, good try. Yeah, we are gonna be definitely taking a break from hunting for a while. After we're done with this series. I do not have plans to shiny hunt. It is interesting to me though that I kind of became more of a shiny hunter because of doing it on stream. I haven't gone back to doing the Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, the shiny run yet. But from experience of watching other people and how they did stuff, I can understand. I can understand that they take a minute. I mean, I was watching a guy do like Coliseum shiny hunts for like years. I think it was like 5 years they were doing it. Which is crazy. I'm trying to think of what games have I beat any games with the shiny team? I guess I did do Let's Go Eevee shiny badge quest. That was the infamous pincer hunt. But I don't think I've beat any other game with a team of shinies. I was doing one in Sword and Shield, but that ended up taking forever. So we stopped doing it. I just don't shiny hunt. I'm wondering how I'm gonna get any of these longer hunts done. Maybe I could do like a channel redeem that's like you request. I should do that. I should make a channel point redeem where you guys can force me to shiny hunt for one stream. And then I can do some of these hunts that I haven't done. I don't know how much point. What would be a point value for that? What do you guys think? 500,000? So it doesn't get used a lot? I mean, I know some of you have a lot of points. Like 500,000 feels good to me because I mean honestly no one redeems stuff really. Anyway, not that I need you to redeem stuff. But I'm just saying it's there. But I kind of like that idea of it's kind of like a stream goal. Thanks for the shiny luck as I say it. But like, see, that's like pocket change. 777 is pocket change. So like, is 500,000? Okay, now you're just trying to piss me off. I'm not concentrated. Okay, stop it. Quit smiling over there. I think like I don't know. It's maybe 1,000,000 points. I think 1,000,000. I'm somewhere between 500,000, 750, 750,000 or 1,000,000 points. And you guys can force me to get it. Because let's think, how many points? What's the points ratio? How many points do you get in at? an hour watching somebody. Maybe I can find that on my other screen. It's being stupid. We'll do down here while we're loading in. So you get you'd probably make like 1,000 a stream, maybe more, if you're here the whole time. They're gonna like, if you've been around for a while, how many points? I was about to put 20,000, but I decided, yeah. I also don't know how much stuff is on my end. What is 20,000? 20,000 is the loud air horn. Right. I did that because it was loud. It was, yeah. And it was annoying. So maybe 100,000 is a little expensive. I mean, that's supposed to be one that no one clicks that often. So, but I guess you could just come in here with 100,000 points and just click it 5 times. I think there's a cooldown, but you could do that. The loud air horn's loud. You guys all get it too, so my hand's going to sleep. 150,000. Yeah, I don't think 100's that crazy now, knowing your point total. So hello. That's also like somebody who watches in the entire stream every time. For I don't know how long you've been around it. It feels like forever, but I don't feel like 100,000's that much, because if you have 150K and I put that redeem up there, you could just make me have 15 streams in a row. I know it's at like 500,000. That might be a little excessive for something I wouldn't care to do. I mean, I think maybe it should be like a 10,000 thing. Maybe that's the ballpark. Because 20,000 is obviously like it's manageable, but I don't expect somebody to do it that often. But also, I don't expect you all to use your points that often either, so. I know you guys like me shiny hunting, but I don't think the community will sit here collectively and just force me to shiny hunt for forever. Maybe what we can do is like I can have you guys pick a target off my bingo board and we'll do that. Like one of the harder ones where we can be like, all right, what are you going to see? And I can give you options. Maybe we can do some dual hunting. I mean, my priority would be let's go so I can finish the decks. I know that. But I would get a vote just like the rest of you would. Who's to say we couldn't do like let's go and something else? I would probably dual hunt in those streams. I would probably dual hunt so we could do something that takes one of the full odds and then one of the other things. I need to make a full odds layout though. Sorry, a double hunting layout again. I don't even, what is my shiny hunting layout right now? Oh, it's the Charizard. I think I have one for dual. Not, I have a green one for dual. Yeah, that's my dual hunting layout right now. I don't like how it looks, to be fair, anymore. I was trying to be edgy with like having the screens on different parts, but yeah. That's the one. I don't like it anymore. It definitely needs updated. I wonder if I had one made with this color scheme. And also, I could just do individual hunt layouts. I don't know. It's the right balance of proportions. I feel like with the layout there, I'm trying to do like 3 screens. Also, do I even have the recent? I do have the recent. Okay. See, that's not updated. So let me do that. Well, I'll when we eventually hunt on the OLED next, I'll fix it. Somebody remind me. But yeah, that'll be when we fix it. So I would love to get this today, so I don't have to do the little Switch game tomorrow and try to keep this outbreak. That'd be nice. I honestly thought we would get it pretty quickly, but this one's turned out to be a longer hunt. Bum. Bum 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 bum. Although for you anime fans out there, I will be probably finishing Attack on Titan by the end of this month. Okay, maybe not the end of this month, but before Valentine's Day, let's say that. I probably will have it done. And I'll be looking forward to something new to watch, probably. I honestly don't watch a lot of anything, really. It's mostly YouTube videos, and like right now I've been watching a lot of just random stuff. Nice jump. Yeah, I got back into my Mario Odyssey randomizer stuff. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea. Actually, I'll tell you what I watched recently. I rewatched the Invisible Corporation's series for Among Us. And man, was that funny. We had a hoot doing that. I would love to do it again. Honestly, I just miss playing Among Us. It was and is a fun game, and I hope that eventually it gets selected for the Team Yell stream thing. I think I voted for it. What am I even fighting right now? Oh, a Pinchurchin. Okay. Yeah, we do our get-togethers, and each of us, we all are allowed to vote of like the time and stuff. But I think the last couple, I'm trying to think. The last one I could have been at, but I was at a weird spot where I shouldn't have been available, but I was. And so I kind of just took the day off, and I'm like, I don't really want to force myself to get on a call and do it, but the last couple have been times that I haven't been able to do it. And my schedule is very, like, I was gonna say volatile, and I don't think that's the right word. What's the opposite of flexible? Stringent? Is that the right word? Stagnant? No, it's not stagnant. It's definitely not stagnant. It's anti-stagnant. I never know what I'm doing. specifically on weekends, and that's when these meetings want to happen. So and it's not like it's never on a stream time for me either, because it'll have to be like the Friday night stream slot. I think I vote for that every time because I'm like, I'm already streaming, I'll just do a Team Yell thing instead. I don't think that ever wins. Usually the Saturday. But again, I think most people have a quote-unquote traditional lifestyle where the free time is the weekends. And that is kind of the case for me, especially on Saturday, but that's my day to just not work. So I don't normally. Hello. I try not to do anything on Saturday, like specifically related to either of my quote-unquote jobs, not my actual job or this, but I often am editing on Saturday, at least for part of the time. But I've gotten better at going, this is not a time to stream, this is a time to edit. And I need that, because I'm not the college student that I was. Or I would willingly stay up till like 2 in the morning doing an edit. I will stay up till like 11 or 12, but will not be up into the morning hours most of the time. Yeah, I really need to get back. Like, one of my goals has been this year, I think I said this before the new year started, is to get my sleep schedule and stuff aligned and figure out my scheduling for like streams and stuff. Haven't done that yet. A part of that's like me actually moving in the morning. There's just times I don't, and I think we all go through this. I hope we all go through it. I don't hope we all go through it, but I think it's a normal human condition to like wake up and be like, I don't want to go to bed. Like, I don't. I hope you wake up and say you don't want to go to bed. I was trying to say, we wake up, we say, I don't want to get out of bed. Rather not, I don't want to go to bed. Jeez. Oh, that was silly. But I find myself that way like every day. I don't know what it is necessarily. I think it's partially like I'm not getting a full sleep because I've not been getting to bed at like, from waking up at, I don't know, 7:30, something like that. And it's 6, 7, I said it. Ooh, I've been trying not to. I've been so good at not doing that, but I did it. My bad. If I'm waking up at those times in the morning, like I need to be going to bed at like 10:30 or 11:30. And that doesn't happen. So, and I think part of it's the stream time. Like, I get done with stream, I don't want to leave my computer for like another hour, really. And if I'm like trying to get up at 6:30, that's when I need to be up. It also means like after stream, I can't have a snack or anything because it's too late. So I think the time needs adjusted, but there's not really a good time. There's never a good time. Unless I stream less for a shorter period of time. I don't know. It's just wonk. Wonky wonk 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 wonk. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This playlist is definitely looped a couple times, and I have not noticed it. If you have noticed it and you are tired of this music, please let me know. I would be glad to change it to something else. But I have not noticed it looping, and I've been vibing, so I'm fine. I think it's only like a 40-minute playlist, so it's definitely looped twice. But nobody said anything, so that's good. So more of this tomorrow if we don't get the shiny. I'm really hoping we get the shiny today. And preferably soon. Look at the, oh my gosh, look at the difference between these two Pincurchins. This has got to be like a really tiny one. And that guy's huge. Why couldn't one of you be shiny? Then we could have got like a tiniest or a huge. I still haven't gotten that mark. Like the smallest or the biggest mark. I know we were doing Pichu for a while that way, and I just got tired of hunting it, but getting that feels like an incredibly difficult task. I think it'd be easier now, and I'd probably be more willing to do it now. Just because the spawns are a lot higher, you get a lot more shinies with the charm and stuff, but back on the old thing, not so much. Again, look at this, the difference. The guy looks huge to me. Then you got this little guy over here. I also think like the sleep thing is contributing to. I've had daily headaches for like a week almost at this point. To be fair, my caffeine intake has been wildly disproportionate. Like today, I had a lot of caffeine. Like other days, I don't have any. So I'm not sure. Sometimes I feel like it, like there's been days that like this is a withdrawal from caffeine headache thing. Well, I really just need to make the point of going, you're never going to be satisfied with the sodas, don't even get one. And then just stop drinking it. I kind of got to that point today. Going, I should just swear it off for... swear it off for a while, and then if I wanted to have like a soda every once and like every like other week, that'd be okay. But it feels like I go out, if I'm going out, I'm getting a soda, I'm getting a coffee, like, and I don't even like coffee. That's how bad it is. There are some kinds of coffee I like, and it's never like plain coffee. It's stuff that's not good for you. But you just go, you know, your brain just goes, I want this caffeine, man. This is how I want it. And the yum sauce and yummy good sauce. Me good drink beverage thing, you know. And then you get the drink and it's never as good as you want, and you're always, and then you regret having caffeine, and it's vicious cycles, dude. So just if I get away from it for a while, I won't even want it. That's my idea. Anyway. And I know I did that. I remember when I stopped drinking G Fuel. I remember that well. Is that a slowpoke in the water? Okay, it was. Um, because me and I had headaches for a couple of days. I think honestly that's the big part of it. It's like, hey, you're not giving me caffeine. What are you doing? Because you don't need caffeine. You shouldn't be drinking. And I wish I liked things that, like drinks that were not. No, I don't. I don't wish I liked that. I wish I liked things that weren't caffeinated, like tea. Like, no, I don't wish I liked tea. Tea is just dirty water. And honestly, I just need to drink more water. So I have one of these. I'm pretty good about it. Like, it's usually by the time, if like I get one and I finish, like the next day I come and I have to fill it up. I actually recorded a video this week and was upset the whole time because it was the first thing I did when I sat down at my computer and I didn't refill it, so I couldn't drink any water. Just like, I need to drink water. And I didn't have any. Like, water is my go-to. I have it. I have a bottle at work. It's on my desk. I have this one when I'm here working or doing whatever. Have it for lunch. Have it for dinner. Breakfast is exclusively milk, as it should be. But I feel like it'd be good to cut out. And I look at like some of these other new like styles of energy drink. Like I know like Dubby's the one that's coming to my mind right now. 'Cause I got a bunch of ads from them for a while. There was the one that everyone switched to after the G Fuel scandal happened. I could say scandal. It was like, it wasn't that big of a scandal. Advanced GG is another one I've seen a lot of people have sponsorships with. Gamer Fuel, or whatever it's called. Is there one called Rocket? Am I right with that? But everyone had these new alternative versions, and it's like, it's the same thing. It's just another company doing it slightly differently, promising the same things, and I'm assuming. Like, you really don't need to put extra caffeine in your diet. And I really appreciate the streamers go, this is a caffeinated drink, so if you are under the age of 18, you should consult your parent before having this thing. I wonder back, like, is there something that could have been done differently in my childhood to make me not want to drink caffeine? And I think the only thing would have been is if my dad didn't go through a 2 liter of Pepsi every day. Or something like that. It was a lot. But like, he knew if he drank his Pepsi. He always made sure there was at least a glass. I can remember so many times carrying, like, getting groceries and having to carry in like 4 or 5 2 liters of Pepsi. It was crazy how much soda that man drank. But it was also a treat for us. It's like, can I have a glass of Pepsi? Pepsi's not even good, so I don't know why I would ever want a glass of Pepsi, but it's not good. But as a kid, it's like, that's what you want. Like, you wanted that. I don't know if it was like a subconscious thing, but like it was like dad's drinking and like I wanted to, you know, have it because I was an adult and I could handle the caffeine. But also it was like when we went out to eat, that was the treat you got. It's like my parents' deal was always you get a soda or you can get a dessert. and I usually took the soda. There were a couple places that I took the dessert, and I wish I didn't have either of them. And my parents were stricter and said, no, we can't have any of this. Get a water, get a juice, and cry about it, Susie. My name's not Susie, but it'd be funny if it was. If it was, I would never tell you. I would absolutely never tell you. Her name was Susie. If you have a son and name your son Susie, I'm gonna call CPS on you and be like, what is wrong with you? Why do you want this kid to be tortured for their whole life? You know? I said Susie. I don't know why that was the one that came to mind, but it's probably because of all the little Susie jokes. Did anyone else have those? I don't remember when I would be told them, but probably like middle school or high school. So you'd be like, why little Susie fall off the swing? You'd be like, I don't know, why'd little Susie fall off the swing? It's like, because the truck ran her over. And it's like, how is that a funny joke? This is morbid, dude. It's like, why did little Susie drop her ice cream cone? I don't know. Because she got shot in the head. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are these the jokes, man? Oh. That is so weird. It looked like a different Pokemon with a Pincurchin on top of a Wiglet. That's crazy. They're over there trying to make Wigchurchin over there. Or Piglet. It would be, would it be Piglet? Yeah, it'd be Piglet. I think that name's copyrighted, so we're gonna go with Wigchurchin. And the thing is, when it evolves, it just gets more spiked. Guys, are we sure I haven't skipped over a shiny? This feels a little crazy to me. I mean, I know it's full odds. It's not full odds. It's whatever the odds are with you know, it's because we're not just getting Pincurchin spawns. That's the problem. If this was just a beach full of the Pokemon, we would have had it by now. But there's little water types, and rocks, and birds, and sandcastles, which are taking up the spawns and causing it to be not what I need. So essentially we're back to doing what we were doing in the other locations. Because the spawns are not the right thing. So if you kill everything, you can get it there. So we don't normally have that many Pincurchin spawns. I think that's really the issue. It's not a great location for it, but also I know how long Eevee took, and I'm not willing to do that again. It's crazy. I hope whatever the other things is, I know it's Tinkaton, and I don't know what the other thing is on that team. There's another evolution. It was Sandaconda. I hope Sandaconda will have a good spawn location. Tinkaton, I don't know about. I know it spawns in the ruin areas. So I guess we'll have to see. So I want to try going this way, because I believe we can. That might help mitigate some of the things we don't want to see, maybe. I don't think so. I also think the rain is not helping us. I think it's actively hindering us. I did prefer, I think, yeah, I definitely did prefer how they did weather in Sword and Shield. Where, like, depending on the day, that's what the weather was the whole day. It's not as realistic as, like, these random showers or stuff. Or, like, sandstorms or blizzards, but it was better for, like, knowing what you were gonna get when you went to an area. You didn't have to worry about the, like, it raining, so the ZA is a great example. So it's raining, so your Skarmory doesn't spawn. Hated that. Hated that, especially because I was hunting it, and it always wanted to rain. We're just gonna like, get some spawns. I wonder if it'll work better if I'm by the wall. It's like that would limit the birds spawn. I think that is working better. Yeah, we should do that from not stay on the wall. And then come check. It'll stop our water spawns. I think we figured this out now, you know. Only 2 hours in. Like, there's not things in the water spawning as much, because I'm not close to it. We'll see if it continues, but I think that's actively working in our favor. Yeah, I mean, that feels like a good number right there. Showing up. Alright, I think we found a little bit of the gimmick. The problem is we gotta get far enough that the beach despawns. Which is up at the top of that hill. And it's not like we can run back in and stop a lot of the spawns too. That's definitely hindering us. Oh, hi, Pinchurchin. It is kind of weird to see the water and not see Pokemon in it, but we don't want to. Gonna note that it's weird though. If you could make me shiny hunt in one game, what would it be? That's a good question. I would pick Let's Go to just finish the decks because I'd love to have it done, but I think we might have a shiny over there. I think that one by the Gyarados is shiny, but also I'm really far away from it, so I don't know. It is not. I mean, we're really looking for the Schnoz to turn orange. Let's gonna give this thing a nickname. What did we do? We did we did the it's not Avatar, it's anime names. I think we did Conroji for the Eevee, and then it's JoJo for Quaxley. And I don't have a good name for Pincurchin for any of this. So if you guys have like an electric spiky boy nickname, that'd be nice. Oh, the alert went away. That sucks. Oh, and other news, like my I'm still getting used to my watch. I have to be careful because it's one of the things that I'm tempted to like take off or out of my pockets when I get home. Like my wallet, my keys immediately come out of my pocket when I'm in the house. Watch is another thing that honestly comes off pretty fast. So it's not like it's intentional. It's just like I've somehow gotten that as a routine. And I don't really need to be taking my watch off. It should be like a thing that comes off when I go to bed and then put on when I wake up, but that's it. I haven't got to that point yet. I am really sad though, like I haven't done any of my like quote unquote resolutions, and partially it's because I don't really have goals. I have like vague goals, which never works. He's like, but I'm like, I want to go work out and be at the gym. I want to get better at my sleep. I haven't. So like, we really gotta lock in, chat. That's what I'm saying. We gotta lock in these goals, get them going. The thing is, you can make resolutions any time of the year. It doesn't have to be New Year's, but it's just a New Year's thing because it's like we're looking back because the year symbolize. This is like an ending and beginning point that we understand in humanity. So we want to improve. Oh, I got a message from La Beefy, yo. If you want to do that collab, yo, I'm kidding. It's TL stuff that I gotta do. Gotta figure out when that's gonna be as well. Jeez. You know, with how many Tauros we've walked by, and we've probably failed so many Tauros as a Pokemon community since this game came out. Like, it's probably the most failed shiny in this game by a country mile. Well, because it's a pretty bad shiny too. It'd be great, but it's just an inverse of the colors, and that's not That's not thick though. It's one of the ones that I would change if I did my custom shiny dex series. I want to do that again. I really do. That would be one of the things. So like if I would do the multi-streaming, that I would do on both. I know in the past I've asked for like help with it. Give me a suggestion on the color. I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I like that or not. I do have my Koraidon on Quaxley, Brigatito, and Fuecoco updates. I don't know if I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I would definitely be changing all of them. It's because I like the one I made better. I remember I made shiny. That was like the last time I made custom shinies was that video. I think I was in at least Gen 5. I don't think I got to Gen 6. But if I did it, I'd want to restart it again. And that would take a long time. Maybe that could technically be a challenge run. Create your challenge is to create a shiny dex of new Pokemon encounters. It could be a video too. I definitely wanted to make it a video when we did it, when I was doing it. I think I was gonna go by region, but who knows? I don't know why that I guess it made me think of it because I was thinking about like the number of Pokemon in a specific regional dex, and it really makes me want for Generation 10 to them do what they did with Generation 5 and soft reboot the franchise. Because I want new Pokemon. I want what they did with Black and White 2. Realistically, where there is like the main dex is the Generation 5 Pokemon, but you still have access to some of the older generation Pokemon, mostly post-game. But I would like to see like 100 to 120, 150 new Pokemon. And then be the majority of the decks. Like, and that would be like regular Pokemon that you would find, not like legendaries and stuff. Taking legendaries and stuff out of the mix. I think that'd be cool. To be fair, legendaries should only be like 2 to 6 Pokemon. Maybe 7. I'll give you 7. That's already a good portion of, you know, it's already almost 10% of a 100 Pokemon dex. Which I think is one of the issues with some of these newer games. They didn't introduce a lot of new Pokemon. They rely on old Pokemon to kind of carry the mantle of stuff you would find. And I think that's the cool thing about the region. It's cool that they have their own specific Pokemon. It's cool that there are some forms of older Pokemon that are like, oh yeah, we survive in this habitat too, but I don't know if they're doing a great job with like, these Pokemon should actively be in this location. Like, would I be expected to find a predator of coral in Spain? Not really. Burbs and stuff? Yeah. Would expect a European swallow. You know? Show me your boops. Show me your boopers. Okay, I don't think we have a shiny. Like, what's the reason for Tauros to be, you know, a fighting type in this region? You know, it's Tauros honestly could just be from Paldea. It would make sense. Like, it's in the Safari Zone in Kanto. It's not a native Kanto Pokemon. Or it's not like it's an endangered Kanto Pokemon. Hi. Speak of the bull. Why are you down on the beach, dude? I didn't want to fight him again. I think I just threw a ball back at him and said, hey. Instead of them locking me in the circle of... in the inescapable circle, I'm locking them in it. I feel like they're actively turning away from me. Trying to make my life more difficult. I guess we're over here, so let's just do this. Bum, bum. Alright. Get out of my face, crab. I don't want you. To be fair, there aren't a lot of those on this place. Little tiny guy right there. I want the tiniest one, honestly. This would be a Pokemon that I feel like I should have the tiny version of. Wow, we're almost done. And I didn't find a shiny. That's crazy. It is full lots with Outbreak boost. So I guess that's something. Well, I would have loved to find it. They've been done. We shouldn't be KOing them. Just in case. We are close. Like we only have 30 left. So I feel like they're all turning the wrong way. Yellow, 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 yellow. 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 I need orange. I need orange. Bum. Oh, but what I was trying to say with the anime is, like, if you have something you'd like me to watch, let me know. I can tell you what I liked. That helps. I'm gonna kill you because you're gonna come attack me. Some of my favorites have been Hunter x Hunter, Fire Force. I like AOT. I don't think it's my favorite. Black Clover was one that I really enjoyed too. FMAB. I think I made a gym about FMAB. Go check it out. I also like when you look up 7 Deadly Sins, you get the 7 Deadly Sins anime. It's funny. So I'm like, give me 7 Deadly Sins images. It's images from that anime. And I'm like, okay, it's not what I meant. But I guess it's accurate. You know? Bum, bum, bum. I would prefer to be done with this today. I don't want to play the Switch game. Please don't make me play the Switch game where I have to keep the time. Right, because I'm going to have to reset it right now before I forget. And then remember to do it tomorrow. But I don't have to do any of that if one of your little schnozzes are orange. I can just be done. I don't think that's gonna happen. Don't dive bomb me, you dumb bird. I don't want you. Can you like take some of them out? Thanks. And none of those are shiny. Although we haven't gotten any phases either, which is pretty cool. Considering, I feel like we probably could have gotten a phase. Everything we've seen. We also haven't found a wild shiny while just running through the game. I guess I didn't really do that as much. I did find some shinies while doing the playthroughs, but it was like specifically during hunts. Or like moments where I was at doing something. What's up, Jimmy? Hello. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. None of those. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Productive night. Hey, I'm happy. That's good. Get your video edited. I know you're not really making videos, but I'd be happy if you said yes to that. Go punch these birds in their. Go kick these birds in their teeth. Thanks. No layout done for a series though. Let's go. See. I need a layout done for a series. I need to figure out what's next. I really do. It's driving me crazy. Is that an E? Okay. Sorry, I thought Weasel was an EV for a second. Because I'm blind. Okay, I was saying that earlier. I'm like, Cage Lock is done in a couple weeks. What do I do? I mean, with Soul Link, I had Cage Lock plans. This, I don't have anything. There's a large amount of Pokemon. Yeah, I know, but I still can't find a shiny. That is exclusively the reason that I'm doing this. I would not have picked it back up if the Switch 2 didn't give me more encounters. Because holy crap, it's annoying. We did figure out the wall, hold the wall trick, which helps them spawn more. Because the water Pokemon are just out of range and can't spawn. Well, that's good. I'm glad that that's working. Yeah, I need to figure out what I want to do. Mostly because, ooh, I have played all the Pokemon games recently. It's not like I really have any that I specifically want to go back to. Nope, no. Come back. Problem's all the dang birds. They're taking all my spawns. I have an idea for something I'd like to do, but I don't think my computer can handle it. And that's all I'm gonna say. There's other factors, but that's the main one. I'm gonna have to test it, but we'll see. We probably got like 2 or 3 more resets today. Kind of just hoping we get it like right now. That can be done, but it's not cooperating. The outbreak wasn't cooperating, and then the actual thing is not shining, so that's fun. Yeah, we'll do 2 more. Call that good enough. Then I'll play the date skip game. Oh, I know how I made that dive without getting hit by something. I feel like I'm gonna be able to tell by the black part, even though the change is not. I know it's not a big color difference, but I feel like I'm gonna be able to tell. It's like with Bastion, I can go like, yeah, that's shiny. It's like, how can you tell that? It's like, I just can. I got used to how it looks, that I can tell when it's not the same color. Alrighty. Be nice to me. No, be nice to old Chaos. He's had a long day. He needs a nice little shiny to take to bed. Well, I'm not getting spawns, like, period, so I'll do 1 more where I get good spawns. Oh, no, nothing happened. Yeah, I think I'm gonna implement that channel point redemption. I'll have to figure out pointage, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. It might show up immediately. It probably will show up immediately, just because I'll forget if I don't make it now. But I'm like, I probably won't do it until this is done. Yeah, that's a good spawn. What the heck are those things supposed to be on the town? Sticking out like that. That's crazy. Ah! Oh dear. Why are we in Tui and I got a fight over Deerling? That was fun. I don't think any of these are going to be shiny. I wonder if those little points also are orange on the shiny. I'd imagine they probably are. It doesn't look like we got our shiny. So I'm gonna head out here and then I'll put the date back. Not the date back, but the time back. So we can keep our outbreak. Then I'll fix it later. I'm gonna put it back all the way to like 1. Oh, what? It's the same day. They didn't change the day. Did it automatically change? That's scuffed. Well, now we just close it because it doesn't matter. So we'll have to find another outbreak next stream. Woo. That'll be tomorrow. So come out for that. Come hang. I'll find another playlist that we can vibe to just as well as this one. But there's the links to the socials. We'll find a raid target for tonight. What are you? Oh, we're doing that. Trying to look ski. There's a couple raid targets potentially, but I think the one I'm gonna send you to is an easy choice for me. So yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Make sure you grab the raid message, join the raid. I'll be there for a little bit. As usual, we will be around tomorrow for more of our this exact same stream. We're gonna be looking for Pinchurchin. So, woo. Maybe we'll find it tomorrow. Who knows? Then we can actually play some of the game, but that's gonna be the plan, and then we'll go from there. But otherwise, I don't have much else to tell you, but check out the YouTube stuff. Episode of Soul Link went up today. You can enjoy that. I would recommend it. It was a fun series to do and definitely a fun series to watch, so I think you'll enjoy it. And then, of course, Cage Lock will be coming around soon, so you can check that out too. But I think that's really it. But follow on the other socials. I guess that's another thing. Follow on the other socials. I'm on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, Twitter, all the things. Please follow the channel. Be supporting us, what we're doing. Go to Discord, vote on the clip because I need to do that soon. But otherwise, enjoy gaming and enjoy your night. I appreciate you all. Go show them the love, and I'll see you next time. So until then, my name's Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up. Later.